I'm an average student wanting to be a software developer at Google. I watch algo expert advertisements and think, probably, yeah, I could be a software developer one day. In fact, I've studied every data structure book like Narasimha Kurumanji and cracking the interview. But I always forget stuff. Anyways, here comes my final interview day. The first questions were easy. Can you please do a quick sort? The next ones were about some Korean guy. Like, do you guys know about Korean? Who's this guy? I just blanked out and I feel tech is not really for me. Until my friend GitHub Copilot came into my life. He helps me develop things faster, crack interviews at FANG and what not. He is truly my best friend until he starts charging me money.
Hello everyone, my name is Ritvik, your friendly neighborhood tech nerd, and I recently got hands on the GitHub Copilot. It's super hyped up on Tech Twitter from few days, and I'm very excited to share my discoveries. GitHub Copilot is an AI tool which helps you write code by auto-suggesting some lines of code based on your intent. At the same time, also can write functions just by seeing your comments. It's super interesting, isn't it? Remember GPT-3, my friends, by OpenAI? This uses the same model and it's been trained by billions of public code available on the internet. When I told my friends about it, the first question I got is, can this actually help me crack DSA interviews? And I was like, let's try it out. Wait. Before that, I want to tell you that this video is divided into two parts. The initial part will be I trying to play around with GitHub Copilot with DSA problems. And the second part is I'll be building an actual very small project, a backend API to send email. Right? Okay, let's start with the basic ones, okay? Let's start with reversing a string, a very famous question. I'm just going to comment function to reverse a string, and I'm already getting suggestions. Wow, it's working. Great. Let's try to manipulate the comment and add a keyword called efficient. Let's see if we get some other result, and it gives us a different result. Great. So test passed. Let's now try to reverse an array. Very similar question, of course. Okay, we are getting a solution. And also this solution happens to be an efficient one because we are not parsing the entire array here. Let's try to run this. Okay, we are getting an error just because the value, which is length of the array divided by 2, becomes a float value, and the range function in the for loop doesn't accept float values. So we have to manually typecast it into an integer. I wonder why AI didn't suggest us this, but let's fix it. Okay, we have successfully fixed it and it's working. Wow. Before doing any other problem, let's try to do this maximum sub array problem. Wow, it's already given me the solution. Yeah, this is actually, yeah, I write a similar solution most of the times when I get this problem. So you have a current sum and maximum sum. Okay, great. It's also giving you array declaration help and also the ability to call the array. Great. Let's check the answer right now, and it's 18. Let me verify. It's 18. Wow, it's working code. Wow, amazing. After doing simple problems like this, I even tried quicksort, merge sort, conversion of linked list to a tree, and AI was very easily able to give solutions. I guess the reason why this is working is because these questions are very popular and AI already has enough data from public code, so it was easily able to generate. More than the solution, I just love how seamlessly the code is just put into your Visual Studio Code. This is very beautiful. As you guys could see, the results were pretty promising, isn't it? Let's try to answer the main question right here. Will AI be able to help you crack DSA rounds? The answer is yes and no. Code synthesized by Copilot is not always efficient, having the best time complexity or space complexity. Meanwhile, when you go for an interview round, you're always expected to give the best time complexity or space complexity to a problem. Secondly, some snippets of the code won't work for you because of different versioning. I mean, if you are on a different version of Python, let's say Python 3, the code snippet might also give you a code from Python 2, which won't work in Python 3, like a simple print statement with no brackets. If you stick around till the end to a small project which we'll be building with Copilot, you'll also understand that it's not just brackets, but some modules might also not work. Also, probably this happened since I just started the program from scratch with no context to the Copilot. So it just thought that I'm on Python 2. Probably that's also the reason. To conclude this part of the video, I had to tell you this. You are the pilot. If you get a lead code question with a big ass storyline, which just tells you to reverse an array, the AI won't understand that it's just a reversal of array. Humans understand and communicate with stories, not machines. You still need to read the question and understand it and analyze, and then take the help of the AI to generate few functions which is needed to complete the entire program, like tiny building blocks. You just assign different functions and get all the blocks together, and eventually submit it to lead code and just say you are the best. Before moving to the next section, I would highly suggest you to subscribe to this channel and also like the video. Let's move. Welcome to the second part, where we use GitHub Copilot to build an actual project. Before that, I want to show you some actual use cases of GitHub Copilot while you're working on a project. Number one, email validation. Not everyone actually likes to learn about regex or likes to remember regex, and most of the people just Google email validation every single time. Now, this place, AI could take over and help us with this. Secondly, it's working with public APIs like the ones with GitHub. If you look at the screen right now, I'm trying to get a list of followers from my account. Let me write a comment for this and start writing a function. Oh, we got a result. Let me paste this on my browser since XML request and fetch are not included in Node by default. Wow, it works. I have 22 followers on my GitHub. Let's make this 100, guys. Link in the description.
Now let's get into the actual project, guys. It's a very simple backend API to send email to anyone. Using this basic idea, I can later expand this to send email to all rich URL users to keep them informed about new features. So I need to create an Express server, then use a package called node mailer and then send an email. Instead of referring to documentation, I'll try to write simple English and try to extract as much code as I can. Type create an Express server in port 3000. In the Copilot tab, I have few suggestions. I'll just take the default one. Okay, there is so much extra code. I just don't need static files right now. I'll just remove the static routes. Now, yeah, this looks decent. I'll install Express and Node1 and start the server. It's working. Hello world, hello Ritvik. Yes, it's working. Step one is done. So we have successfully created a simple Express backend server with the help of AI by writing 0 lines of code by ourselves. Now let's get into the second step. Let me take a variable called mailer, and you can see that I've already got a suggestion. We'll install node mailer right now, and also change the variable name to node mailer. Now I'll create a new route with post request, and let's write a comment about transport SMTP. I'm already getting some suggestions here, but most of them are for Gmail, but I want to use my own domain email. Yeah, got it. So let's try to use this and change the host to smtp.richurl.tech and fill in all the details. Okay, I've successfully filled all the details like whom to send the email and stuff. I will now send, I also write the code to send response with status and message. For error, okay, what do you do for error? What's the status code for server error? I guess it's 500. Okay, let's just try to verify. Oh, it's working great. So no more Googling, which is super cool. Okay, let's run the program. I guess this is some SSL, some stuff. I just Googled and found this solution from Stack Overflow, which says that the same code works on the older Node versions, but won't work on 12.2. To make Node accept TLS 1.0, we need to add this comment called //TLS. Okay, let's try to make this work. It's working fine. So it's now able to send
email to mentioned clients from the code. But let's try to get email from the request body. Okay, I'm getting a new error. Okay, so this is because in the new versions of Express, I guess body parser is not included inside Express itself. So I need to add body parser manually and get the request from the body, and yeah, it's working. Cool.
Let's focus on these problems right now. Both the problems are very similar. We faced it because the code synthesized didn't really match our node version or our software version. The same thing could happen with you with Flask or Express because of some suggestion which might not work for your version, and this is very common in software development. So most of the time when you're following any tutorial, the coach usually tells you to install the same version of Node or same version of the program so that code works the same way. I don't know if this can be solved in the future by GitHub Copilot, or is it just because I had a very little context or the program was very small? I don't know. But considering the fact that this is in beta and it's absolutely free, this is very exciting. That being said, that's all guys. If you like this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Before I go, here are some GitHub Copilot fails. Bye.
So here are some GitHub Copilot fails. So the first fail is where I tried to convert a linked list into a tree. So instead of getting an actual code, I started getting an author message and a copyright comment. If Stephen, if you are watching this, make sure you subscribe to my channel, bro. Also, I'm not the only one who's observed this. Even few folks, other person had also tweeted about this, and this was also posted on Hacker News. The number two funny part is, as you could see, this code is repeating by itself. The same function is being suggested, and this has happened to me not just once, but multiple times, where same code is generated with different names, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah. So now you know AI won't